EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
On one, ready?
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. And incomplete to open things up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The Bengals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 1, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here we go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Burrow looking to pass. He'll drop this one down to mix it. He's got room at the 30. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They scored again. That's the way you win ball games.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, Your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players, guys.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Burrow on 3rd down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now the Cincinnati native, also former Bearcat, and now a Bengal, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep. Momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Once again, it's Mostert. Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down. Here's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
on 1st and 10. Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Two and now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Tua, a final shot before half. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Dolphins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, I wish the staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop the score. Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we're disappointed in much of their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hey, read.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's got And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 37. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Tua going to throw. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A run with Mostert up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Black ultra. Smash, red.
Now Tua. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 130 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. It was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shot.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cincinnati, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop down